So now that Class 1A have found Dark Deku, they're trying to get him back to E2UA, which Ida have actually felt the same way that he felt when he actually had to battle Stain. But Deku have actually saved his life. But now that they know all about One for All quirks and that he's unlocked the fourth and sixth abilities, Dark Deku actually thanked them for coming all this way to meet him. But now he has decided to actually run away now, which he used his smoke screen to actually blindside him, but Bakugo blasted away, which he saw him getting ready to leave. But Koda summons birds to blind his guidance, saying that he can come back to UA, which he says is alright now, knowing that he won't allow that to happen. But Zero have actually used his tape to wrap the black whip in place, saying that he did learn how he mastered it, which he said it was scary at first to actually taught him how to use it. But knowing how he is actually won't have his tape hold him for long, as he actually broke it away. But we see Kyoka have actually used Heartbeat Wall to move him off course, which she reminded him how he helped her during the school festival with the members of the band, by which we see how Ochiro have reminded him how he stood up for him during the sports tournament when Shinso insults him. That's how he won, which we knew how everyone didn't get through to Dark Deku when he blocked them all out, which has Sato have actually saved Kyoka, but he reminded Dark Deku, that if he doesn't come back, he won't borrow red food dye to make candy apples for Eri, which when he mentions her name, we knew how Deku told him that in order to keep her safe, he has to keep away of the people that he cares about, which of course keeping Eri safe. But he would restrain with the device that Yadoroso have created to actually restrain him, knowing how this isn't enough when Kaminari has to remind him what he'll have to do when they get back to UA, knowing how they are going to do whatever they can to get him back, which Shoji using the materials that Yadoroso made to restrain him, which he also reminded him about the training camp when he actually kept him safe during the League of Villains attacking the camp alongside Tokoyami using Ragnarok Rune, which we knew how they all reminded him of what he can and cannot do because of the fact that they are actually trying to get him. But now we see how they are trying their hardest to actually bring him back when he tried to escape. But now Todoroki, using his heaven-piercing ice wall to hold him in, which he reminded him about the same thing in the sports festival, reminding him that it is not his father's power, but is actually his own power. The same thing with Suyu when she cried during the dorms, knowing that she won't do it again. And speaking of Endeavor, we see the other classmates have actually captured Dictator as he let them try to convince Dark Deku to come back, knowing how they are also have some things to say, which we see him escape the ice wall. But Mineta have actually used his move to climb up to Dark Deku, trying to tell him about his experience during the USJ as he battled the villains alongside him. But knowing how he pushed him away, so they've all have created a rail for something to launch when they actually push Ida towards Dark Deku, as he using a gear to use on the engines. He actually reached out to him, knowing how he is going to convince Dark Deku to come back, in which knowing how he have captured him, which they couldn't land safely, but Kirishima have actually saved them, reminded him about his past when he couldn't face off against Giant Mishima when they're actually in the same path. But knowing how Cyril told her what Kirishima has said, knowing how they would not able to actually bring him back. But now we see Bakugo telling him about what he have actually has said, which of course knowing how he didn't see him as an equal, nor actually seeing what he have as a quirk. But he actually said that while during their childhood, then middle school, and then led to the UA uniforms, in which he actually told Dark Deku that he apologized for what he has did to him, in which he passed out, telling everyone that he sorry for making them go through what he has done. So which we see 13 now actually have her face revealed, which they've now actually get ready to take him back to UA. But the citizens will not allow him to come back during the fact that he is a threat to their safety and All for One's target. But Ochaku have actually hold his hand, saying that it would be alright, knowing that something is about to happen. So now we see Class 1A have actually battled Dark Deku, but now Bakugo has now reasoned with him, including putting his pride aside to actually apologize to him for what he has done. But now the part where they capture him to bring him back is over. But the hard part is to convince the citizens who've now taken shelter with UA now actually won't allow him to come back. But we're going to see what's going to happen on the final 2 episodes left and what Ochaku is going to do on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime Godron here saying signing out. Laters and be safe.